Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. There's a little bit of irony in the channel that I'm about to show you. Fallen Arkansas Veteran is somebody with a one-of-a-kind channel in the Superchat family, and what they do is honor veterans within a 60-mile radius of where they are. You can get the story about this channel on their About page. They mix up a little more variety. This is Charles or Charlie, and you can get detailed information about exactly what the tributes are that this creator intends on bringing with a ceremony every year, and a little bit of chance to get to know Charles or Charlie here as well. He says that on his About page. You'll catch that when you get there. A few shorts for this channel, so already getting into well over 600 views. Those will likely continue to grow to over 1,000 soon enough. And then live streams are something they might pick up in the future. We'll keep an eye on the channel. We always have notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content as we can as well. So thank you everybody for coming in. The reason why I say there's irony with this channel, I'd already set it to be featured, but during our 600th episode last Saturday, this creator won a prize, one of 6 we gave away, and Katie's Kitchen, actually, who's in the chat, won another one of these things. Now, forgive me, because I did say I was going to try to get them out. I've got my handwritten notes here for all 6 winners, but I expect that they'll finally get out by tomorrow evening. And for those of you who have won and are waiting, just please forgive the delay. I can whine and complain about every excuse in the book, but I promise you I've had some long, unexpected work days. And with the exception of streaming right now, haven't had a free moment. Venom for Life was at SummerSlam last Saturday. Interesting. That's something, you know, I've only ever been to WWE once. They did something in when our arena used to be called the Sky Dome. What they do when WWE comes for the weekly events like Raw and things like that, they have the Sky Tent where they make half of the place, so there'll only be about 10, 15, maybe 20,000 fans instead of the full, whatever it is, 50, or I don't know how many of these places hold. But that's really cool. It's been a very long time since I've been to WWE. I think it was still called WWF when I was there. I've got quite a few names on the wheel. I'm going to get some more in there. The Stock Explorer right now is in the pole position. They are beloved, dedicated moderator and have been for a long time. They come to us from Florida with 2 different channels, actually. Scratch and PPA is away in Italy right now, but he made sure that I would remember to let everybody know he's thinking about us while he's away. He'll look forward to coming back as soon as he's back here. And then Michael's Adventures always sends his regards as well. These are a couple of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube, and they both always make sure to let everybody know they're thinking about us when they're not here. Rambling with the Brooms is in the house as a fellow Canadian, and that is Scott. Let me just put that name on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but here in Tuber Chat, for anybody that's fairly new or brand new, everything's open to everyone. It takes a long period of time, usually about 2 hours or so, but eventually I'll add some names onto our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the live stream. Rock Chick Beauty, I know it's late for you, so thank you for being here. Rock Chick Beauty comes from the UK, and they are, if I'm right, 5 hours ahead of us, so it would be 3 in the morning, almost 4 in the morning. Butler Family Farm brings us 116 acres of homesteading goodness. M&T Living and Cooking is in the house. Trish the Naturals on the wheel with Northside Hawk, Songbits Laura, and the Bud Files. Cool Gamer was here briefly. If you're still listening, good to see you here. And I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello or drop a thumbs up or let the stream run in the background. I know we've got a few friends that do that. So Jaden, my dear friend, it might be late for him, and Donut Toys and Games sometimes is there with 2 pineapples. And Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is TWTTV with a second channel. Controversial Cruising is somebody who's brand new to the Tuber Chat live streams today, but I see them out supporting other creators all the time. So thank you for being here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you here. Panama City is a longtime friend who also lets people connect on their channel the same way we do here. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is in the background, but listening and lurking, as I often do with a lot of channels as well. So thank you for being here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Big Dude is here. I shared out a video for Big Dude the other day, and a few people commented, which is great. On I forget whether it was just here on YouTube or whatever. I had 2 or 3 different people said Big Dude is awesome. So you're obviously having some influence over some people, which is great, but that creator wants to inspire us in a spiritual way. You'll find that when you get to their channel. Coach Mary Ma is here. I'm just double checking. Katie's Kitchen, I don't think I got you on the wheel yet. Katie's Kitchen is also a recipient of our giveaway from the other day. We've done giveaways now just for our 500th and 600th episode. And Katie's Kitchen will have her prize soon enough, but I'll send them all out express post or whatever makes sense to get them not to delay. I ship a lot of packages, so it's easy. So hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And the Stock Explorer, thank you again. I know they're probably still working. And I know people come in and out because of that kind of thing, so I appreciate that. Hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody. And if anybody right now would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So again, we're looking at Fallen Arkansas Veteran. This channel was set up to pay tribute to a lot of veterans, particularly within a 60-mile radius within Arkansas. Have Cheetah Will View, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And they've actually got a birthday coming up this month. We got a few birthdays. I feel terrible. I don't know where Makeup Mom and Son. I think she even came in to another stream I was in on Monday. I sent her a message on Sunday asking her about her birthday, which I think was on Monday. And forgive me if I'm mistaken again. I write them all down. I have a list of a handful of birthdays here, particularly our moderators. And then I missed it and had to send an apology. But luckily, she's been a dear friend of a very long time, over 3 years now. So probably very forgiving, considering she's extremely generous. This is what draws me to our moderators. So yeah, forgive me for having to look it up, but Emotion is going to have a birthday at the end of the month with Michael's Adventures. I'm not sure if they share a birthday with Have Cheetah Will View on the 29th, but it's got to be close. I forget whether they said 28 or 29, I think. Oh, yeah, thank you, Rambling with the Brooms. Hopefully things will be okay. Vitrano, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, thank you for that, Scott. It's been okay so far. The other day, the first day that Pete wasn't here, somebody came in, and I don't think it's a troll. I think it's a friend who's like kind of funny and came in with a few different accounts. Either that or we got shared out by a gaming channel with a lot of younger creators or whatever. But nothing detrimental happened, not even thumbs down. You'll notice actually that for a lot of cases, I hope nobody gets too stressed out over those things. YouTube's really helped over a long period of time. Never enough, but they have helped with a bit. We used to have like thumb down like wars between channels and things like that. You used to be able to get robots to send thumbs down over. As a horrible thing. And Anyway, none of that. But you'll find that when you do get thumbs down on your channel, especially if it's a hater, somebody who comes by and just does it to like every video or a bunch of videos all at once, YouTube will take them away within a couple of days, and I think it's funny. So, not that I'm right, I'm just saying. The Chicken, good to see you in the house. Coco Mojo 13, good to have you here. It's time for us to spin the wheel, so I'll get that done in a second here. And, yeah, my mistake. Have Cheetah Will Views on the 26th. So coming up this month, another birthday. And while we can't catch everyone, we try to catch as many celebrations as possible. If anybody has a celebration coming up, I try never to miss anybody's monetization celebrations, especially, but also, you know, things like birthdays and things like that. You can let me know, and I'll appreciate it. Wormstrong Adventures, good to see you in the house. Jeremy D-Day has been a friend of over 3.5 years. Cindy DeMonch, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Good to see you in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. M&T Living and Cooking is here. If I didn't already say hello, Lisa J. Stocks is here, and Scott's making me laugh in the chat. That's Rambling with the Brooms. When you hear me talk about Scott, it's Rambling with the Brooms. Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us with not only our finances, but motivation when it comes to handling our finances and investing and getting the most value out of our income and revenue and things like that. So it's a very exciting idea. And then Fallen Arkansas Veteran was up on the screen. I might have just ripped off somebody's chance on the wheel. If anybody noticed, I might have spun the wheel and messed up a chance, but hopefully it was Fazio to King Naruto Luffy Guko, who is here with us regularly, and forgive me, I think I mispronounced it. Fazio to King Naruto Luffy Goku, who's a longtime friend. They've changed their name a couple of times, but I find it easier often to remember some of the longer names than I do some of the shorter names, to be honest with you. And then, yes, Coach Mary Ma, hopefully I've got you on, hopefully I said hello already. She's always wishing well for everybody. And then Fazio King is up here right now. They got a lot of cartoons on their channel, a little bit of gameplay as well. We can get into the live streams particularly. There's a few games I've still never played. Yu-Gi-Oh, for instance. Fortnite I likely will. I just finally, after a long period of time, got another Xbox. I didn't have an Xbox One. I haven't had one Xbox 360. But I used to play a lot of video games. First of all, I liked them when I was a teenager, but I played a lot as my son and my nephew were growing up. My niece as well. We play a lot of this stuff. And then now, some of you know the copyright-free music channel that we have. All the same music you hear in the background here is copyright-free. We've done live streams on the other channel featuring that music, but the footage is all from Grand Theft Auto 5, and that was done with the new Xbox. So I did an unboxing video, put that out the other day, and it's actually probably my best performing video of all time for the first little while. It might have crossed 700 views already since Saturday. So very exciting. And thank you for everybody that saw that. And then, yeah, have Cheetah Will View. I'm not familiar with that. I pray that everybody is doing fine then and staying as safe as they can. In that case, I'm going to have to find out about that. Vitrano, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Xbox is bad for your health. You know, so I told this story not too long ago, but I'll tell it just for fun, right? So, I had played video games when I was a teenager, and I was so happy with myself for getting my Xbox and, you know, sorry, not Xbox, Nintendo and Sega. I did have them both, but I bought them. I started working at a very young age, and I was 15 when I had my first full-time summer job, and I was so happy to go out and buy my Nintendo, and then later on I had a Sega and this and that. But I stopped playing when I found, some of you know I got very involved in music, so I stopped playing video games for a long time. And a friend of mine was on me while we were working together like crazy. He's like, dude, you got to see this video game. And And I'm like, I have not got time for video games. Forget it, I'm never playing. And he kept on me. And then one day I had to pick him up. We were going somewhere, and I was early or he was late, one or the other. So he was like, oh, I still got to have a shower. So for 15 minutes, do me a favor and play this game. Here's how you get in the car, and here's how you hit somebody. And then he just left me alone with it for 15 minutes. Something like that anyway. But the next day I went out, bought PlayStation 2 and the Grand Theft Auto trilogy or whatever it was, double pack. And I've given both of those companies way too much money ever since. Chris Shirley Babies, good to see you back in the house. Andre Southgate brings us prize fighting. Good to have you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And again, thank you everybody for being here. Coco Mojo 13, I think I was supposed to put your channel on the wheel and have not yet. No, it's there. It's there. Okay, and then what we're looking at right now is Butler Family Farm. It's a long time, Cindy, since they've played video games. Nintendo 16-bit. Chris still has. Chris Shirley Babies. Yeah, I don't make enough time to play, but what I'm hoping is now that I got the new one, and that was really, I'll use the excuse that it was to make the footage for the copyright music channel, but of course I just love having an Xbox, right? But I'm hoping that we'll put it on and then do like some multiplayer live streams. So the one that I got is a special edition one, but tons of people have it. It's not like limited edition, but it comes with content for Fortnite, Rocket League, pardon me, and Fall Guys, which I've played once before at an internet cafe, actually. Joe Valdez, video game and movie, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Pendar is on the wheel. Butler Family Farm brings us 116 acres of farming and homesteading, and they've got a monetization celebration up about a month from now, just over a month from now. They've got videos that come out frequently. The latest one is interesting because it's a mail call video from Lazy Days Ahead. We've seen lots and lots of those in the Superchat family. Lazy Days Ahead are incredible supporters here, but I see them supporting other creators all the time. Shorts videos on this channel have moved into 3,300 and even 4,300 views, which is great to see. Gail Southern Living, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Q*bert was my favorite game when I used to spend all my allowance money in the arcades. That's a true story. I used to spend it all and too much, but Q*bert was my favorite. Butler Family Farm has got live streams. Now, one of the things I talk about with this particular channel is the fact that they really make themselves a part of the YouTube community by going out to a lot of these meetups, which is really cool. One of them was an Ozark meetup, but not too long before that was one called the Mid-America meetup. So here's a little bit more irony. There's Scott from Rambling with the Brooms hanging out on Butler Family Farm's channel. And it's really cool. This particular meetup had, I think, 80 channels worth of creators and supporters, and they streamed it for a few days, so I was lucky I was able to be there for a lot of it. But Butler Family Farm does a lot on their channel, so they bring us cattle, goats, donkeys, a couple of horses, llamas, as well as chickens and some pets. They've got dogs and cats. But after the farming day is done, they keep busy with bowling, woodworking, fiber crafts, blacksmithing, gaming, as well as gardening, and then when travel comes up, they'll bring us along for that as well. Butler Family Farm are incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, have been for a long time, and I see that they're getting up towards 1,800 subscribers. I'm older than everybody thinks I am, Scott. Scott might have a clue, but I'm older than most people think I am. I'm lucky with my baby face and everything like that, and youthful attitude. Feathered Friends Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And forgive me for anything I'm missing in the chat. I know I miss a lot. that comes up. If there's something that you mean for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Pendar is up here, and this is another channel I'm still getting to know, but they bring us music, gaming, and art. I'm just going to take their latest video. I think this is is it a cover? Yes, another cover. And I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. One Away, Butler Family Farm. Oh, did I miss what you were... Oh, yeah, One Away from 1800. They're at $17.99 right now. If anybody hasn't already connected to Butler Family Farm, I hope you will right now, because you'll be helping them hit a milestone. But I promise you, they are incredibly supportive creators. I believe they've been with Tuber Chat for what's getting on a year now. Pendar is here with 862 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 900 they're thinking about. They'll be officially on the road to 1K soon enough. I'm just going to look through their shorts videos as well, and we'll see that they're getting already into well over 1,000, into 1,400, and one of them even over 2,300 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that seems to be fairly frequent, about once a week-ish, so we'll keep an eye on the channel for more live streams. I've got my notification bell on. We always put notifications on for every channel, of course. So Pendar has some cover songs and a few originals, which is really, really cool. So forgive me, I got to spend a minute going through a couple of your originals to see what you've done. I was involved in music for a very long time. I worked in radio as a DJ and producer for a long, long time. I used to DJ in nightclubs and stuff like that. I actually have a gig coming up in a week. Oh, goodness. It's it's sneaking up on me. Another week and a couple of days from now, I'm going to be back on the decks, we like to say. And there's a festival in town in the place where I'll be doing that, so I hope to do a lot of live streaming, and it should be fun. A chance to see something a little bit different. And then, oh, there you go, Butler Family Farm. So the other thing, too, is whenever we hit a milestone, they've probably heard me say this a million times, but I often say you want to keep working at it, and I know it's easier said than done, but the reason why I say that is because when we hit a milestone, especially a 100 of any kind, we like to try to get an extra 5 to almost 10 after that if possible. I know it's, like I said, easier said than done. It can take time, but that helps so that if you slip back below that milestone, or if you lose a couple of subscribers within the next couple of days, which we know YouTube likes to do to us all, then you won't slip behind the milestone, is what I meant to say. Oh, that's very cool, Pendar. Forgive me, I'm not as familiar with Blue Oyster Cult as some people might be, but I'll be looking forward to seeing it, that's for sure. And Sister Winnie, good to see you in the house. Katie's Kitchen is up on the screen right now. There's another creator who actually was a winner from our 600th episode the other day. Katie's Kitchen is somebody I've been enjoying watching because they are bringing us a lot of cooking videos. They do a little bit of other variety here. You see like food bank haul, grocery haul, but these interesting cooking videos hit home for me because she's cooking things. This is different, the corn casserole recipe, but the pot roast, I wanted to make sure I sat and watched that just because I've been thinking about making one, which I still haven't done. But when I've made one before. I've made them before, but not for a very long time, but I keep thinking about it. But Katie's Kitchen has an interesting mix in the vegetables that she includes in that, so I might take a page out of her book or some inspiration. As well, shorts videos on this channel are getting into well over 1,400 and 1,500 views, but she's got a couple of breakouts here at 6,600 and even 8,200. Which is great to see. And then she's at 113 subscribers, so she's actually, it looks to me like she's starting to grow rapidly, because I remember it feels like just a few days ago that this channel was under 100, and they've flown past that now, which is great. And then live streams are something that we'll look forward to more of, and a little bit of gameplay here, which is really cool. So Katie's Kitchen is mixing up the content. We'll spin the wheel, we'll get another channel up onto the screen. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Songbits Laura is going to come up next. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network. I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Wolves Den Outdoors official, good to see you here. We'll be back in just over 3 minutes. All right, we're back. We're looking at Songbits Laura. So thank you, everybody. And especially, I know this is an odd time for us to be doing a live stream later than usual. Some of you know that I have a full-time gig and I work outdoors 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And I can't predict when we can actually start. Today I was much later than I thought I would be. Some of you might notice that the color of my face on the camera is a little more red than usual, probably too much, but I'll try to be a little more careful tomorrow and put some more sunblock on. And then Nancy B. the Scratcher is talking about swapping playlists. Forgive me, I should have put Nancy B. the Scratcher on the screen right away. We always put Superchatters on the screen in order, and then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But it is open to everyone, and after a long period of time, probably another hour and a half from now, I will start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So Nancy B. the Scratcher will come up next. And what she's talking about is if anybody is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Songbits Laura is up here right now with almost 1,100 subscribers. They're getting very, very close. I see I'm behind with a few videos. Most of these are short, but I'm going to take the latest one that you've got. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, which is a playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. We're going to look at the shorts videos on the channel. I always look at shorts now because I've got this interest. I haven't done that many. I've done somewhere between 40 or 50 by now, but I'm always interested to see what people are doing and how these are going for everyone. You know, we always wish success for each other, but when we look at some of these shorts, it's a lot easier to get like 1,000 views on a shorts video. I'm not saying it's easy, but it seems to be easier to get 1,000 views on a shorts video faster than a typical video. So great to see that Songbits Laura is doing really well with 2,400 and even 3,800 views. One of them over 8,500, which is really, really cool. Live streams are frequent on the channel. Missed yesterday's, and trivia too, which is cool. There's lots of trivia going on. I've been doing trivia streams as well. But it's fun. I know not everybody loves trivia, but everybody loves trivia, right? And then these are frequent, so these are every few days. And Songbits Laura is going to bring us whatever they feel like. So vlogging, for instance, and they want to make their channel a place where people can connect with each other, as well as they'll talk about crafting and creativity, always in a positive way. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Songbits Laura, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. The next channel that we're going to look at right now is Nancy B. the Scratcher, who dropped a super chat on us, and actually I see that Rock Chick Beauty's doing the same thing. Both of these creators have done that before, but next up is going to be Rock Chick Beauty for that reason. So thank you again. Oh, that's Orianne, Rock Chick Beauty, and we'll look at her channel in a second. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Nancy B. the Scratcher is up on the screen right now, and they have hit 1,000 subscribers. So we're very excited. Now, Nancy B. the Scratcher is fairly new to Superchat, just being with us for a couple of months now. But let's go through the videos for a quick second. We see some lottery ticket scratching first of all, but she's able to bring us outside, as well, for maybe a story to be told, or for instance, a birthday just from a month ago. Hopefully we'll catch that one next year when it rolls around again. Taking us out for a car show. We got lots of friends here in the Superchat family that like classic cars in particular, but even I like to see done-up cars and things like that. 3,300 on the shorts, 4,500, and even 8,500. So doing really well on those also. And then when we get into the live streams, she's got lots ready to go. And these seem to be coming up once a week. So I've got notifications on. We always set notifications for everything that we see, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, because we know it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm. So hopefully we'll catch you for one of these. And thank you again for the super chat. She's done that, like I said, many times before. Cabaret Gaming, good to see you in the house. That's a longtime friend of about 3 years. Silent Silver's in the house. Good to have you here. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts. Forgive me if I didn't say hello earlier, but it's good to have you in the house as well. Next up, we're going to look at Rock Chick Beauty. And like I said, this is Orianne. She comes from the UK. This is a channel that actually reset and restarted a couple years ago. And the idea, of course, is could I grow stronger and more solidly the second time around? Obviously, Rock Chick Beauty has done that. You'll see that from her presentation on her channel. She often switches up her banner and avatar based on either worldly events or special occasions. But you can see the professionalism in her thumbnails as well. Pardon me. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures said they just had to they took a few shorts off the channel. I'm assuming that what you're talking about were the ones from the from the TV shows, America's Got Talent. I haven't seen yet. I haven't been to your channel since you mentioned it. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures I talk to on Instagram often. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Yeah, Silent Silver, thank you for that. I have to admit, I've been off the news for days. And my only excuse is working. I don't actually watch a lot of news now or read a lot of news because I got friends sending me all kinds of Facebook and Instagram reels and stuff like that. This seems to be where I get my news from lately. But I hadn't heard yet how awful things are. But definitely our prayers will go out to everybody in Hawaii that's experiencing that. Hopefully they're doing what they can to stay as safe as possible. We've got some friends in Hawaii with YouTube channels as well. Two Pineapples, of course, comes to mind. I happen to be 99% sure that they're far enough away because they don't live like right in Maui or like the big city areas. But I could be mistaken. And then Nancy B. the Scratcher's looking for people to swap playlists with as well. Rock Chick Beauty will be looking for that. Killer Clown Gaming Jory, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's a longtime friend with a new channel name, actually. They've just changed up their channel name. So good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I see Wheaton Shaw's back in the house. And we're looking at Rock Chick Beauty. I was mentioning the thumbnail. So you see that she gives a professional look to every single thumbnail, but these bright, bold headshots will make her recognizable. And I talk about this often because we've got a few channels like Trish the Natural might still be in the house and a few others that do this kind of thing. And the idea of branding comes to mind because when the YouTube recommendation engine presents one of Rock Chick Beauty's videos to somebody who's already seen one before, then they will likely be inclined to click on that thumbnail or title because they recognize Rock Chick Beauty as somebody that they've enjoyed before. So Rock Chick Beauty now is well over 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. We'll see how she's doing for shorts here. We know that these are getting into well over 1,200 and even 1,600 views, which is great to see. And then when we go through their live streams. Now, Rock Chick Beauty's been known to do frequent live streams and also hop in on other creators' live streams. I've actually been with them on panel a few times in different people's channels. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rock Chick Beauty, keep those notifications on. We'll be looking forward to more live streams, and we notice she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then let's spin the wheel. And we'll get another channel coming up. Rambling with the Brooms. This is Scott, a fellow Canadian. He's actually close to our nation's capital. So I split my time between Toronto and Niagara Falls. And Scott is only about 4 hours away from where I am when I'm working, which is actually right now. You see the green screen, which is not properly lit. And that's what I use when I'm this one is the one that I use when I'm at work. Once in a while I have to stay there depending on the days. But Rambling with the Brooms is somebody who is an advocate for helping others grow. He always wants to introduce YouTubers to each other. He has built up an incredible reputation as a moderator on what now has to be hundreds of channels. But he's introduced us to a lot of creators, generous creators, in his live stream series. So he's got a couple of these, including Procrastination Thursday and Shenanigan Friday. I'm going to set my notifications for those. I probably won't be able to make Procrastination Thursday because tomorrow I'm expecting a very long, horrifying day of work. We ran into something, for those of you who don't know already, I work a few days a week outdoors. So half of my full-time job is doing social media and online work for others. The other half of my full-time job is actually going out and doing some light construction work. So I say light because it's not really, I don't really work that hard, but we do asphalt and concrete and stuff like that. And I got to something today that was 6, maybe 7 levels of asphalt. And If you ever seen a movie, for anybody that hasn't actually seen what on earth I'm talking about, sometimes you see movies where roads are breaking up and monsters are coming through them or things are exploding and everything like that. Asphalt is usually about 4 inches thick when it's 2 layers. So when you get down to 7, it becomes very difficult to work with. But that's today and probably tomorrow as well. Destination Fun, good to see you in the house. She is on every day supporting all kinds of creators. PSN Commanders Network, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being certain if this might be your first time in the chat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. One of the things I've been meaning to mention, and forgive me rambling with the brooms while I cut into this while we're in the middle of talking about his channel, but we're all friends here. He's obviously very forgiving. But one of the things that I should probably mention, sometimes you are out, we're all trying to do as much as we can to support each other as much as possible. Most of you have either had me come into your channels or seen me in other premieres and live streams bouncing around. And I, do as much as I can, of course. But one thing that I will do is if I see a couple of creators that are streaming together with the new StreamYard system, a lot of creators are doing the multicast, where everybody on the panel can put the stream out on their own channels. Usually what I do is just try to mix it up between communities. So like, for instance, Rambling with the Brooms will often do live streams with Lazy Days Ahead. If that was the case, I would look and then go on one of their channels, and then the next time I see them together, I'll go on one of their channels again, but not both at the same time, because I'll go to another community and try to mix things up. I do the same with the community, the cruising and travel community, same with the homesteading community, same with lots of others as well. But this is something that can be helpful to everybody, because we're watching watch hours grow like we've never seen before. This is something that's, fairly new. So when you can have 9 people on a StreamYard panel, and all 9 people are getting watch hours for their own streams at the same time for whoever's in the chat, that's just incredible. So I'm happy to see so many people taking advantage of that. Now, Rambling with the Brooms, like I said, does a lot of live streaming, but I want to look at a few other things first. Let's look at his shorts. And this creator's gotten into 1,600, even 3,000 views on a couple of these. One of them over 7,700. And you see some of that beautiful Canadian weather, a mix of sun and snow. And then when we get into videos, he comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. So we could have product reviews. We could have some indoor or outdoor homesteading type activities. Scott gives us a great chance to get to know him. There's Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. There they are together. And they're together often. Now, one of the things they've got coming up is this Cruise in Alaska 25. This is a cruise that's going to go from Seattle to Alaska in August of 2025. They've both got information on both of their channels. There's Lazy Days Ahead right there. And when you go through the live streams here, Rambling with the Brooms has one. I'm just going to show you in particular this one here that says Cruise in Alaska 25. If you remember this blue one, it's just from about a month ago. And they had the travel agent on, and he was talking not only about that cruise, but cruising in general. I found it interesting. I'm always drawn to that content. We have an influx right now of travel and cruising channels here in the Superchat family, for which I'm grateful. But that was really informative, but it will give you all the information you need about that particular cruise. They're trying to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters, and cruising in general. Lots of information in there. Foxy's friends, I hope I said hello. I saw you come in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Barb's Country Home is coming up right now. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And let's see what she's got going on right now. She's working on 1,100 subscribers. And she's got a video here in the featured position. So I'm going to grab this one. Canning their whole tomatoes for the first time. I feel bad right now. I can't remember who I just saw yesterday in a live stream. I think it was a live stream as opposed to a premiere, and they said that they canned their first thing not too long ago. And the idea is like, you know, the only way you're going to learn is to get out there and do it. Like, make the jump, dip your toe in the water and get it done. And I'm fascinated by a lot of this because I am like a big city guy, and I'm always surrounded by concrete, metal, and glass. And my happy place is in an office with 3 computer screens around me and things like that. So I have found fascination in the homesteading content that we get from a lot of creators. And I include a lot of different categories in that genre. So farming, ranching, gardening, even fishing, camping, hiking, and almost anything outdoors. And the reason why is because I find that the creators behind these channels seem to have an instinctive nature in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. And you know, I talk about generosity here all the time, so I think that's what draws me to it. But I'm fascinated by the idea of becoming more self-sufficient. You know, it doesn't have to go as far as prepping, although there's a lot of prepping channels coming through the Tuber Chat family as well. But when we talk about the idea of growing some of our own food, there's a lot of reason for that, obviously, you know, and I'm certainly no authority, but I appreciate what I learned from these channels and continue. So Barb's Country Home as well with shorts has 3,600, even 22,000 views on a breakout shorts video, which is really, really cool to see. And then we'll keep an eye on the channel for live streams at some point, but we've got our notification bell on if that's what's going to happen. And then they've got some product reviews on here as well, which is really cool. A few, actually, it looks like. And Barb's Country Home is out supporting other creators all the time. I feel like every day I'm out supporting others, I run into them. And then virtual shopkeeper Dee Dee, I'm not sure if I said hello when you came in. I don't know if they're still here. I hope they are. You know, I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. I certainly never mean to. I'm sure everybody's understanding when, you know, you hop into a premiere, a live stream, and, you know, you don't get a hello right away. But I do try to make sure we catch everybody, and as long as you're still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. If there is something that I missed that anybody means for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Virtual Shopkeeper Dee Dee is an interesting channel, and we've got a few that fall within this category or genre. What they do is live stream auction type sales. It's really cool because you can follow along live and you're literally like bidding on different things that they have to show. Now, Virtual Shopkeeper Dee Dee describes themselves as a treasure hunter, vintage vendor, and reseller. A lot of the videos here are made to promote the live streams, and then there's just a few shorts here so far, but we'll look forward to seeing more because these have already gotten into, look at this, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500 views. One breakout shorts over 7,100, which is great to see. When we get into the live streams, we see that these are frequent, so they're bringing these out. Now they did a couple actually just within the last couple of days, or I see they did a trailer, like a teaser video, and then the live stream. And then it's been a little while, so it's great. They'll likely get back into the swing and be frequent. 509 subscribers, so they have to be excited about that new monetization graduation system where you can be entered with 500 subscribers, then continue towards AdSense with 1,000. So I know I did this to you last time, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. I think we did this last time. But if anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals that are sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes again and come back with Mike and Rihanna's Adventures 2 channels. Alright, we're back and looking at Mike and Rihanna's adventures. These creators have certainly made themselves a part of a lot of people's YouTube communities. I see them on StreamYard panels all the time. Now, they bring a family vlogging channel that can include anything from being indoors to outdoors, sometimes in the kitchen, sometimes out on an adventure, sometimes live streaming, just giving us a chance to get to know them, and sometimes out on a special adventure, and they've actually got 2 channels now. I'll show you the second one in a moment. So when we look at the latest video, we see Travel Talk with Mike and Rihanna. So I'm going to put that video into my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep with caught up with creators. Sasquatch Confessions, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yes, Long Island Bigfoot has been a friend of a while, so thank you for being here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then yeah, when we look at Mike and Rihanna's adventures, so I've got the latest Travel Talk video ready to go in my catch-up list, but they've done some shorts videos as well and have gotten into the thousands of views with these. We're getting into well over 2,300 views on several of them. Lots of variety there. And then when we get into live streams, like I said, they're on lots of people's StreamYard panels. We'll see a lot of familiar faces here. And there's Eddie Lugo Studios I see there. I'm looking for Destination Fun because I figured Destination Fun's got to be in one of these somewhere. Lots of familiar faces there, though. And sometimes they take us outside. So I'm going to show you their second channel, Rihanna's Weekly Extras. And we'll see what Rihanna's Weekly Extras has got going on. A few shorts to start out with. These have already gotten into hundreds of views. They're getting pretty close to 1,000, so it's not going to be long before they cross that milestone with one of them. They've got a brand new video here too from a couple days ago, a classic car show. I was saying earlier that we've got a lot of classic car fans in the Superchat family. Live streams are something that are frequent. I actually caught them for one of these. There's my comment on their thumbnail right there for a balloon launch that they simulcasted on both channels, which is really cool. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mike and Rihanna's adventures on both of these channels. We would love to put Rihanna's Weekly Extras a little bit farther. We'd love to push them towards that first 100. Bayou Sugar Garden, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Nez Lover, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Lisa J. Stocks is coming up right now. I'm going to put Nez Lover on the wheel. And yes, we must have been shared a few times actually, so thank you everybody for that, because we got quite a few new channels coming in as well. This is a bit of an odd time for us. We're usually here 3, sometimes 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. But because we're doing such a much later stream, I think that's why we've got a few new friends in the house, which is cool. Chillin' with Sweet Tea, good to have you here. And again, for anybody that's brand new, our video description always has our instructions for how exactly to connect with other creators. So I'll describe the process right now. Mark DeShark is in the house, a longtime friend as well. And what we basically do is start a conversation with somebody in the chat. And that just lets them know that you want to connect with them and make sure that they're here, because people are coming in and out all the time. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And then when you get somebody's attention, let them know you want to connect, you head to their channel. Watch a full video of at least 3 minutes. Very important that it's at least 3 minutes long. Very important that we watch from beginning to end. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video while you're watching. And then give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, as we do for all creators. That should make the connection stick. And then when you come back into Superchat's live stream, you let them know that you've connected with them. They will turn around and do the same thing for you. Just Jason Keto, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know today's very late, tonight, so thank you for being here. I really do appreciate everybody coming, even if it's just for a moment. Just Jason Keto is a fellow Canadian, another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with a new avatar as well, but they happen to be a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel. We will look at their channel briefly. Lisa J. Stocks is up right now, and because we've got quite a few new channels in the chat, I just want to let everybody know we put Superchatters on the screen right away in order, and members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but it's open to everyone. And after a long period of time, probably another hour from now, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And I have a robot in the background that helps keep track of that. When we look at Lisa J. Stocks, we're going to see a creator that's pumping out a ton of videos. My dear goodness, buying the dip is a very important one. My goodness, I got to actually see that video. I'm putting that in a special playlist because I want to see what she has to say here. I'm also going to take your latest video and just put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Now, Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us with our finances, particularly talking about investing, but they get way beyond the basics and fundamentals and start talking about advanced topics like dollar cost averaging and dividend stocks, and they're very forthcoming about their own portfolio and their own stock market moves as well. Now, I happen to be a very big believer in the idea of financial education. I think that we all globally don't get enough during through our school systems. Not that I'm right, I'm just saying that's the way I feel about it. But it's wonderful that we have so many people like Lisa J. Stocks, like It's D Bankroll, like the Stock Explorer, and a lot of other financial channels that want to help us, because wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could first of all maximize the impact of the income that we already have, and then also when we think about monetization, which is on 99% of our minds, then wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come in from our YouTube channels as well. Just Jason Keto's been a member for 7 months. It actually feels longer already because he's here for every stream, even if briefly, but usually here, for which I'm grateful. But he is somebody who's had great influence on me as well. And part of me, actually, Jason, just because you're in the chat right now and probably listening, I went to the mailbox on Monday, but it's a civic holiday, and of course my mailbox, I'll give everybody a tip here, but one of the inexpensive ways that you can get a mailbox, like a postal box for people to send things to you, is through a storage company. So the same places that do moving storage, I don't know if U-Haul is a big global or multinational corporation, but you know what a self-storage unit is. You drive by those places, they got all the garage doors, and you know, you can put furniture and all your old stuff in there, or things that you don't know what you're going to do with yet, or things you have no room for, kind of thing. But those places often have mailboxes as well, and they can be anywhere up to like half the price of the traditional postal boxes and other services. So it's just a hint, but that's what I do. But it means that they're not closed on, they're not open on civic holidays. But just Jason Keto, I promise you, I will. Actually, Kristen will probably have to get by the mailbox, but she will get what is waiting. And they did call me to let me know there was something there, but I missed it on Monday, so I'll get it this weekend. Fire and Air is a friend of over 3.5 years. They've been with Superchat from the beginning. Good to see you here. Charlene Heel is also in the house. They happen to be a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now, and then we're going to get to all that fluff and stuff as well. So we're still talking about Lisa J. Stocks. I'm just going to go through a little bit more of their content, and then we will spin the wheel again. And just Jason Keto sending a highlighted milestone message to the chat. Those are really cool because they fly through the chat like a super chat, but they're colored green for the members. They're a free bonus for anybody who's an official member on a channel where they are enabled. And then Lisa J. Stocks, let's look at your shorts videos. We see that some of these have gotten into the hundreds of views, one over 700. We just got a breakout shorts here, over 1,600, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that might be picking up because she did one a few days ago. I wish I caught that, but I've got my notification bell on, so I will catch you as often as I can. Let's spin the wheel. Pardon me, you can tell I'm not drinking enough. talking enough, but not drinking enough. And Big Dude is coming up right now. There's a creator that's out there swapping playlists with other creators. Big Dude wants to inspire us in a spiritual way. And when you think about the idea of a passionate creator, I can tell you right now that the passion in Big Dude is overwhelming and outstanding. So Big Dude has a very popular and short name for their channel. What we find is that a lot of creators struggle with the search results for a long time when they have short popular names. Most creators can get to #1 in the search results after they get to about 800 subscribers. Not saying that's set in stone, something I've noticed over the last 3 years or so. But in the case of names like this, Big Dude, it might be a little bit longer. You can see this creator's over 4,000 subscribers, not quite coming up #1 yet, but this is why we search, find, and click, search, find, and click on each other, so that over time we'll rise up the search results, and eventually YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for each other's channels, in this case Big Dude. What I did there was just copy and paste his handle in the chat. So if you type in Big Dude 1234, that's how you'll be able to get this creator right away. You'll recognize them from their thumbnails. Cliff Hefner, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And when you look at Big Dude, let's look at the shorts first, and we see that some of these are tributes to celebrities and public figures and things like that, getting into even 15,000 and 24,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent, so I caught them the other day for a live stream actually. And like I was saying, this is an extremely passionate creator. They want to inspire us in a spiritual way. They've got a lot of Bible study on their channel. Big Dude has already been responsible for sending friends over here, because Coco Mojo 13, who's also on the wheel, is a friend of Big Dude's for sure. And we've got our notification bell on as well. But I always set notifications for everything that I see, whether they're live streams or premieres, so that we can have the best chance of catching each other for every piece of content possible. I'm going to put this creator's latest video on my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Oh, I didn't realize it was your cousin, Big Dude. I always joke around that everybody's cousin. I'm like, here comes your cousin over here. But I didn't realize that that's actually your cousin. So that's really cool, and friend, of course. So thank you for bringing them over to Superchat, because they've been with us for a while now. The Stock Explorer is on the screen. This is Nora, a beloved and dedicated moderator. They have been for a long time. They come to us from Florida with 2 channels, as a matter of fact. Now, first of all, they want to talk to us about stock markets and crypto markets, and they do that in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, with everything from videos to shorts and live streams, which we'll look at. And they bring us everything from the fundamentals and beginner topics right up to advanced discussions like options trading and NFTs and things like that. Nora's really been mixing up the content on the channel lately, so we'll look at the shorts first. You'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. Lots of creators, even with niche channels, are bringing variety into their shorts. And we all have to make the right decisions for our channels, but shorts can be a great way to draw in a lot of subscribers. And then the hope is, the closer that your content in the shorts is to your long form content, the better chance you have of keeping and retaining a lot of those subscribers to hang out and watch a lot of your other content, if that makes sense. So Stock Explorer's gotten into 3,600 and even 4,800 views on some of these. In videos, they often bring us individual talk about stocks, but there's a bit of variety here as well. And Nora's done a great job of making themselves a part of a lot of other people's YouTube community. So much so, as a matter of fact, that they have one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. They rival those of Hilda DC or VS Speaks Royally or Scratch and PPA. Now, the Stock Explorer is working on 1,800 subscribers, and they bring a lot of live streams. Now, the live streams usually feature conversation that can be including charts and graphs, or sometimes just friendly conversation between other either friends or supporters or channel owners. Lately, they've been doing a lot of lottery ticket scratching because we've got lots of friends that do a lot of lottery ticket scratching as well. They've been having scratch battles and things like that as well. And otherwise, like I said, sometimes there's charts and graphs, but often it's friendly conversation. And if I scroll back about 5 months ago, I joined Nora on their channel for a live stream, and we talked YouTube for about 2 hours. So a little bit of different content on the channel, but it always turns into friendly conversation. We say interviews, but you know how those things turn out after a couple people get talking for a while. The Stock Explorer has been a dear friend for a long time, somebody who I know cares very deeply about the YouTube community and their YouTube family. We use the word family here all the time. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer. I'm going to show you their second channel, Tropical Buzz. Like I said, this creator's in Florida. What they seek to do here is educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they intend to grow for themselves, and they will do that through even seed swaps and things that they're doing with other creators as well. So 240 subscribers on Tropical Buzz, and you'll recognize Nora in the avatar for the Stock Explorer as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with her here. And then when we look at the shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into well over 600 views as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nora. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go in a moment. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Since we have a few new channels in the chat today, I just want to give a hint to everybody as well. So getting on the wheel, it's not going to be as long as it usually is tonight because we're streaming at a different time, which is great. But we also know that the key to gaining the biggest number of friends the fastest here in TuberChat is always to make the first move. Reach out to other creators, support them first in all the things you wish they would do for you. They will turn around and do the same thing. But a lot of creators who've been with us for a long time will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat. They want to see how you interact with everybody else by the things you say in the chat, make a judgment call as to whether you might be a loyal and dedicated supporter before they will connect. That can take even weeks and sometimes months in some cases. So the best move always is with generosity in the forefronts of our minds, to give much more than we expect to receive. Make the first move, and I promise you'll be surprised how easy it is to connect with new people. Chocolate Drop, good to see you in the house. They always call me Mr. Customer Service. I'm sure that has to do with my speaking style, but it's an ongoing joke we have. But they're an incredibly supportive creator and have been for a long time. Foxy's Friends is a one-of-a-kind channel in the TuberChat family. This channel is meant to memorialize Foxy Mama, who is the star of the show. We see them in all of the thumbnails on the channel, and they continue to come out with new videos frequently, and they've got some shorts on the channel that have really moved as well. These have gotten into 5,500, 6,000, even 6,400 views. You can get the story about the channel and Foxy Mama here on the About page, but they also may have aspirations of bringing live streams at some point in the near future as well. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They're getting really close. They're halfway on the road to 900. We always say you're halfway on a road when you cross a 50 on your way to a 100 milestone. So since they're at 853 right now, they're halfway on the road to 900, more than halfway. And we'd love to get them through a little bit farther towards that milestone. They'll be officially on the road to 1K. And obviously that's a important milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. And then, thank you, Chocolate Drop. Yeah, I mix up the streams. On Wednesdays, when we do these really late ones, then what usually happens is I am working outdoors. So I set the stream to like midnight my time, knowing that I'll probably get on around 9 or 10 p.m. It's usually 9. Today was much later. I wasn't even on time for 10:30. But we're usually here for 2.5 to 3 hours, and it's lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, but we mix them up. But I do appreciate anybody coming in. It's just tough because when you move the time of your live stream, or if you go on early, I'm a big fan of like setting a stream later than you expect and then just going on. But if you move the time of your live stream within a couple of hours of going live, you lose the notifications. That's not set in stone, just something that I observe. It's not necessarily right all the time. I have had times where I've put a stream within starting 45 minutes and then the notifications actually worked, but I really do believe that was just once, if I remember right. But it's just an idea. Foxy's Friends is going to start a live stream show in September, and they're going to try to get a few laughs going as well while they do that, and in their content, of course. And Charlene Heel is coming up right now. This is a creator who is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. And what they bring us on their main channel, because they have two, is wellness coaching. And this creator's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She brings videos, shorts, and live streams. And we'll see what she's got going on with a variety of videos here, not to mention shorts. We'll see how they're doing on this channel, getting into 1,600 views, which is great to see, many of them. And then when we get into live streams, frequent live streams on this channel, a little bit of members-only content, which is cool as well, but always motivating and always inspiring. Now I'm going to show you her second channel, which is Conscious Business Services. And Opportunities. And this channel brings a little bit more of what we expect from Charlene Heel, again, in the format of video, shorts, and live streams. When we look at the shorts, we see that these have gotten into well over 2,400, 3,300, even 5,300 views. Videos, again, are more variety, but always inspiring and motivating. And then live streams are frequent. She'll often bring on guests on her channel as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Charlene Heel on both of these channels. She's got 822 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 900 that she's thinking about. Oh, so Big Dude, the slides that you're talking about at the bottom left and bottom right of the screen are basically slideshows of screenshots, which are not always updated, but they usually have between our members and moderators channels in those slides. So I just updated them the other day, right before episode 600. There could be a couple missing, but it's something that's a value add. So one of the things that we think about, especially when it comes to monetization, right, and memberships and things like that, is for those of you who are thinking about memberships or who are setting them up right now or who have recently done that, you're making promises to people, right? You have to be able to make sure that you're going to come through with those promises, because it's very easy for us to look to the future and say, oh, this is what I intend to do. I'm going to make special content. I'm going to do shout outs. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff. And then what are you going to do when you have 100 members? Because it's very possible. And this is where things have to really be considered. So the idea, though, also is, in my opinion, you only want to promise things that you know 100% for sure you're going to be able to come through with. And you want backup plans for if something goes wrong. In the case of Superchat, our gold members get their link dropped every 30 minutes by Nightbot. But if Nightbot takes the day off, then I have to make those up. Now, everybody's always very forgiving and generous, and I'm sure people will be patient if something was to go wrong for a day. But for instance, I put that command in for all the robots so that I could make sure they're working. Nightbot's here, should be doing its job, which is great. If not, I have to make up that promise, right, for anything that hasn't happened. And we haven't seen that happen except for very, 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 very rarely, that one of the robots won't work. This is the other reason why I use 4, so that if one goes down for the day, another one can pick up the slack. Woman Outdoors, good to see you in the house. Now, in the bottom left and right of the screen, you'll notice those screenshots, and they should be for our members and moderators, but there's something that I don't promise or announce. So if you look at the membership page, and I don't want to solicit because things like super chats and memberships are unnecessary here, appreciated when they happen, of course, but we don't push anybody, and I keep everything open because of the kind of channel that this is. We want everybody to be able to benefit. You have to remember, not everybody in the world can or will participate in super chats or memberships and things like that. Some countries don't allow it, some platforms don't allow it, and things like that. And there's a million other reasons. So those are just value adds, and that's just in the spirit of doing more than we say, right? So when you make promises to people, especially when they're financially contributing to your channel, you want to go a little bit farther. Just like, for instance, the other day when we did our 600th episode, even on the 500th episode, we did a couple of giveaways. Nothing huge, but a couple of special things that have a little bit of meaning or whatever, but that's just to give back the smallest amount, you know what I mean, compared to what comes in. Everybody can see that Superchat is doing just fine, for which I'm grateful. So that's Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. And Charlene Heel, thank you for mentioning that, big dude, because you gave me a chance to talk about something I don't talk about very often. Woman Outdoors, I've got you on the wheel. I'm going to spin. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So we'll go for 3.5 minutes again. We'll come back with the bud files. All right, we're back and we're about to look at the bud files. It was interesting because I saw Big Dude say that the bud files are great supporters. They actually are. I literally see them everywhere. They seem to be everywhere all the time. Now, I was just about to add a name to the wheel from our chat list. I don't know if Joe Valdez or M&T Living and Cooking are still in the house. If they are, I'll get them on our Lil Red and Buddy tracks, which is also TWT-TV. If any of those creators are still here, or Panama City, just let me know. I'll put you on right away. Otherwise, we'll go through another few channels and it'll be time to add some names. The Bud Files are modern-day archaeologists, and what they seek to do on their channel is uncover history and digitally preserve it. They do that through videos, shorts, and live streams, but they've actually really expanded their content over a long period of time. They've been with Superchat for well over a year now, and they bring us way back Wednesdays. So every time we do one of these streams on Wednesdays now, I know we got a brand new video for me to put in my catch-up list, and that's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. When we look at the shorts, we see a lot more variety from these creators, getting into even 2,000 and 3,400 views. One of them over 5,000 and one over 1,000. You'll have to pardon me. I literally, we had a hard day of work. I wasn't going to eat before Tuber Chat at all, or something very small. But then my friend, who I am staying with for the night because we're working together again tomorrow, and his girlfriend cooked up this incredible dinner, including a steak and everything else, which I wasn't expecting, but I wolfed that down. That's why I was late getting the stream started. So I do appreciate everybody's patience, but that's why I'm struggling here. The Bud Files is also bringing us a lot of live streams. Now, like I said, they mix up their content here. Now, we get a good chance to get to know them. Sometimes they're just hanging out. They could be singing, they could be dancing, they could be playing a game, they could be bringing a review, they could be taking us out on an adventure as well. But they bring us to a lot of abandoned locations, like graveyards and cemeteries, as well as ghost towns and other things like that. They've got almost 1,300 subscribers, and the Bud Files literally seem to be everywhere all the time. Every day that I'm out supporting other creators, I run into them multiple times in multiple premieres, multiple live streams, and they're here with us in Tuber Chat every day, for which I'm grateful. So let's spin the wheel. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Coach Mary Ma is up on the screen right now, and just a reminder for everybody that's fairly new to Tuber Chat today, if you're listening in the background but not participating in the chat very much, that's okay. I want everybody to get what they want out of their time here in Tuber Chat. But the key to getting on the wheel and the screen is by being actively engaged in conversation. There's a lot of reason for that. You'll catch hints by all the different things that I talk about here during the live streams as you come back, hopefully more and more. But for anybody that's listening and thinking about chatting, that's how we get onto the wheel and the screen. I have a robot in the background that keeps track of that, but it's almost time for me to put names on the wheel from our chat list. Now, when we look at Coach Mary Ma, we see somebody who is a reset coach. What she wishes for us is to become limitless and unstoppable, and what she's looking for are individuals who want to push past their limiting beliefs, reinvent themselves, find their unique way to serve humanity, and bring out their best versions. I read that from her About page all the time. But you'll find that in the motivation and inspiration that comes from Coach Mary Ma. Not to mention, I see them out supporting other creators all the time. I've been very lucky to catch them for even live streams. As a matter of fact, I got another one coming up in a couple of days. I've got the notification bell on for that, and then hopefully you'll catch them for that as well. We always put notification bells on for every channel and for everything that we see. And then even the shorts videos here have gotten into 1,100, 1,300, and even 1,600 views, which is great to see. So you can get an idea just by the affirmations that are found in the thumbnails here, the kind of inspiration and motivation you're going to get from Coach Mary Ma. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. We want to get her towards the 1,200 subscribers that she's thinking about. Come Hither. Oh, pardon me. I thought it was going to be Come Hither with Heather, but it's actually Nez Lover that's coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. Jay and Knight, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Never late. I appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly or to say hello and drop a thumbs up. But thank you for being here. We'll probably be on for another at least half an hour, probably closer to 45 minutes, maybe even as long as an hour. But thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. That's a clever name for a channel, because you got Kid Cudi running in my head now. Nez Lover's here with almost 2,700 subscribers. They've got a couple new videos, a 40-question challenge. This is really cool. Lots of creators collaborate in challenges like these. 40 questions is a popular collaboration where we get to know creators. Nez Lover, hopefully we'll fill out the About page. I just want it so that I can read out what you're going to say there. Obviously, lots of stories to be told here in Nez Lover's channel. And then when we get into the shorts, I just want to see how these are performing. And we see that they've gotten into 1,500, even 2,400 views. One breakout shorts over 18,000, which is great to see. And then when we get into the live streams, we see that these are frequent, usually a couple of times a week, which is great to see. Now, hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these soon. It's already been a couple of weeks, but I always have notification bells on for every channel. We always set notifications for everything that we see. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get to another channel. Trish the Natural is here with us just about every day. This creator is going to talk to us about natural hair care. Her channel actually expands into lots of other subjects, including wigs, weaves, other beauty products, tips, and tutorials. When we look at Trish the Natural, this is what I was talking about earlier. When we talk about some of these creators that have a really professional look to a lot of their thumbnails. Now, you have to do the right thing for your channel, but in this case, again, we have bright, bold headshots that make this creator recognizable. What is really compelling about this channel, though, is when you roll over some of the thumbnails, you get a perfect example from the thumbnail of what you're going to see when you get into the video, and you can see that this is a dynamic host as well. Now, Trish the Natural has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in Superchat for a long time, but I see them out supporting others all the time as well. They got 820 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 900 that they're thinking about. We'll look at what they've got going on for shorts on their channel as well, but we see when we hit the popular tab that these have gotten into 700, 900 views, even 2,100 on a couple of these, which is great to see as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Trish the Natural, and like I said, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and has been for a long time. We'll spin the wheel. It's time for me to get some names on our wheel from our chat list. So if there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat. We'll get you on right away. And Northside Hawk is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. And if anybody has not already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Northside Hawk is here with over 1,700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,800 they're going to be thinking about. This creator is going to bring us a lot of drone footage. So what they're talking about is drone operations in Australia, but they can help us understand the rules and regulations when it comes to that, and they've got some gorgeous footage on their channel as well. I'm just going to grab their latest sunrise video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They can be a great tool for that. And then when we get into shorts videos, we see that this channel's gotten into well over 5,000 views on a few of these, which is great to see, many of them actually. Live streams are something that it seems like they're doing frequently now, a few times a week, so hopefully I'll catch you for one of these soon. A nice full grid too with lots of StreamYard panelists. So I've got the notification on for the next one that's going to be coming up. It looked like it was meant to be today, unless that's a mistake in the... I saw some kind of a glitch mistake in the YouTube system the other day on a channel as well. Warm Strong Adventures is still in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. And, pardon me, Come Hither with Heather is coming up on the screen right now. And Warm Strong Adventures, who brings us travel, particularly cruising, is coming up as well on the wheel right now. And then, yeah, Jay and Knight, we have channels of all sizes at all different stages. We've been here for about 3 years now. I've been on YouTube for about 6 years. But we have creators that are coming in that are brand new, just started their channel a week ago, and then we've got channels that have been on for, actually, I think our longest running channel has been for 17 years, Metrosonic gaming channel, and everywhere in between, of course. But the idea is of obviously that we want to support each other over the long term, regardless of niche or category. The idea behind that is, what if you had 100 true friends on YouTube? And I'm not talking about 1,000 subscribers, but if you had 100 true friends that really cared about your channel, really cared about your content, managed to catch most of what you come up with moving forward, wouldn't it be a wonderful world? You'd get a jump start on just about everything you put out. So that's the idea. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. Good to see you in the house. And that is a longtime friend as well. They happen to be a member, so I'll put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Come Hither with Heather comes to us from Australia. This creator brings us paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations more than anything else. What they also do is bring a little bit of variety. That comes both in videos, live streams, and shorts. I've actually joined them a couple times on their channel. When we look at the shorts tab, we see that this creator is getting into 1,900, even 2,100 and 2,200 views. And then when we get into their live streams, now this is interesting because a couple of channels that are very much connected to Come Hither with Heather is Werner's Adventures and Drew's Adventures. They are on vacation right now, and these are a couple of catch-up streams with Come Hither with Heather, which I have not seen, where they're talking about their U.S. vacation. We're hoping they're going to be in Canada. They should be in Canada by now, as far as I know, and hopefully we'll meet up. Now, Come Hither with Heather... Also, let me just look at another live stream from a while back. This one here from a month ago was where Tiffany from Canadian Family Life and myself joined Come Hither with Heather and had a talk about Canada and Canadians. And the idea, of course, is, are Canadians as nice as everybody in the world seems to think we are? And you can see what we had to say there. Fire and Air, good to put. I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. And Jay and Knight, thank you for that membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for that reason, I'm going to put your name on the wheel right now. Now, the wheel is open to everybody, but we do put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And that will include every stream after now for the next month. So when we look at Come Hither with Heather, we see video shorts, live streams, and I just want to show you something else. This is Werner's Adventures here. These creators are partners, so we get more explorations of abandoned locations from Werner's Adventures. And then here's Drew's Adventures. So Werner and Drew are on vacation right now. And like I said, hoping to meet up. We'll see if they can get into Canada, and I'll meet up with them if they do. They should be around my area of either Toronto or Niagara Falls. Drew's Adventures now working on 900 subscribers as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. Fire and Air is somebody who's been with Superchat from the very beginning. Used to be called Fire and Air Tarot. And they've expanded their content, but Fire and Air's been a friend ever since the very beginning of Superchat. It's interesting that after 600 episodes, they're still coming back to support creators as often as they can. Warm Strong Adventures is up here. This is Bill. This is a creator that's out supporting other creators all the time. I see them on StreamYard panels frequently. I can see I'm behind with your videos, but I'm just going to grab your latest one, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. course. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and over 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther as well. When we look at the shorts on Warmstrong Adventures, nice avatar, by the way. I noticed they changed that. I think they changed their banner as well, but the avatar for sure since I've seen it. And now they've gotten into well over 6,000 views on some of their shorts. My goodness. Live streams, you see that this creator is frequently found on other channels. There's Destination Fun right there. And I wonder if Destination Fun is still in the house as well. There's I Am Betty J Gathers. Lots of familiar faces you're going to find with Warmstrong Adventures. And they're out supporting other creators all the time. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter to Tuberchat for a long, long time. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. I just want to read their About page for a quick second. So we can come and join them on Journeys of Travel. And it's interesting, yeah, cruising is a type of travel that's become increasingly popular in recent years. I've always been a fan. I worked on a cruise ship one summer. I was very lucky. It's not common for Canadians to work on cruise ships because they don't typically leave from here. They come by. But if you live in New York or Florida or Texas and, you know, different places, it's a lot more common. But I'm always happy to see this kind of content, but especially after the opening up, after what we all went through for a couple of years there, it's great to see more travel and cruising opening up again. So Warmstrong Adventures is going to talk about that, not only on their own channel, on lots of other creators' channels as well. This is really cool. Actually, I'm going to take this video. I want to put this in my watch later list. I love helicopters. I don't know, like, barely the first thing about them or anything like that. I went on a helicopter once. My girlfriend took me in Niagara Falls for the tour. It was a Valentine's Day thing. And I was so excited that I couldn't even bring myself to film because I didn't want to, like, miss out on the adventure. But that's really cool. And then Jay and Night is in Hamilton, which is really cool. I fly by there all the time. Obviously splitting my time between Toronto and Niagara Falls. Marketplace Boutique is coming up on the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Just Jason Keto was here briefly earlier. Oh, and then Tend the Sheep Where You Are. Might be familiar with Kim's Crochet and Knits and Lisa's Crochet. Possibly either one. And forgive me for not being 100% sure, because there are quite a few channels in the crochet and knitting arenas and fiber crafts here in Tuberchat, especially from a long time ago. Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By is actually a longtime friend that has sent other friends in here and is part of communities where we've got a few friends as well. Oh, that's really cool, a helicopter ride. Yeah, I hope to go again. I've flown small planes as well. I thought about getting a pilot license, but it takes quite a bit of time. And a friend of mine owns a flight school, but the school is 2.5 hours away from where I am at all times. So it might be more of an occasional thing than a thought, but we'll see. Just Jason Keto is here with 949 subscribers. They are literally one subscriber away from being halfway on the road to 1K, which is a obviously magical milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. Just Jason Keto wants to help us with healthy eating and healthy living, so much so that you see his banner says nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. I'm sure we all can agree with that. But Just Jason Keto does a lot on his channel. So first of all, there are product reviews, lots of recipes for us as well, particularly based on a keto-based diet or lifestyle. But he also brings tips and tricks, and I say hacks, to get more value out of some of the things we might either make or buy. And then, like I said, product reviews. But this creator also brings on a lot of panelists. These are in videos as well as live streams, where these people are willing to share their life experience, their trials, their tribulations, their tips and tricks when it comes to trying to stay motivated or things that can be helpful when we talk about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. So hopefully everybody will join Just Jason Keto. I'm going to look at the shorts for a quick second here because he's got a lot of healthy looking shorts here, and a lot of these have gotten into thousands of views. So that's just a little bit of a hint, because we see some of this on other channels, and a lot of healthy looking things like this, grilling videos and stuff, seem to do well. He's got one breakout shorts video here that I've seen over 22,000 views, and then he live streams frequently, so he's got one coming up tomorrow. They're always on Thursday. Once in a while he'll bring on a StreamYard panelist. Otherwise, he's there to help motivate and inspire us when it comes to healthy eating and healthy living. But he also has a vibrant community that will chime in the live chats as well. I find myself compelled to participate because there's so much generosity in his community wanting to help other people, and he will often say, like, the idea is just they want to get as much information out there as possible so that people can be helped, if we want to say that, or motivated otherwise. Marketplace Boutique is coming up right now. Look at that luck. I just put you on the wheel and you came up right away. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat and I'll get you on there right away. Marketplace Boutique has 277 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to take their latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. This creator is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they let us know a while back they were working in law and they were looking for some kind of a career change where they could spend some more time with the family. What they do now is bring us a lot of, particularly eBay, but the idea of finding great things that we can sell and therefore profit from. So this channel, while I say I still am getting to know them, will hit home for me because part of what I do every day is a little bit of eBay shipping as well. I've shipped over 1,000 eBay packages, not for myself. I've shipped a few for myself, but I help with an eBay store, as a matter of fact. Shorts videos on this channel have gotten into 2,200, 2,400, even 8,000 views, which is great to see. That will likely continue, and we see that they've gotten another subscriber just right now, which is great. So that's Marketplace Outdoors, or pardon me, Marketplace Boutique, talking to Woman Outdoors, and I'm glad to see everybody making new friends in the chat. Fire and Air is going to come up in a moment. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today, in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Yes, attend the sheep where you are. Don't pass them by. Somebody picked up on that as soon as I first said it. The very first time I ever said, just say anything at all in the chat. We got anything at all, anything at all, anything at all. But you got it. But tend the sheep where you are as a member, so they're already on the wheel. We'll be back in 3.5 minutes. We're going to look at a friend of over 3.5 years. This is Fire and Air coming up next. All right, we're back. We're going to talk about Fire and Air in a quick second. Wayne's World Unlimited came in and just dropped a super chat, but it's very late for them. I know they're in the UK. It's got to be 5:30 in the morning. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done that countless times. We'll look at that channel in a moment. Bayou Sugar Garden is in the house. That's another brand new channel. They've been hanging out for a while. We said hello earlier, but they've been just kind of seeing how things go, which is a great idea because you can get an idea as to whether what everybody's doing here is what you'd like to do for your channel. That's why we have the 20-minute time limit on the stream as well, just to kind of give people an idea of what's going on before participating so that they can be sure. But I hope everybody will give a warm welcome to Bayou Sugar Garden here in the Tuber Chat family. I'll appreciate it greatly. And then Fire and Air is up on the screen. This is a friend of over 3.5 years. They've been with us from the beginning of Tuber Chat. It's interesting, after 600 episodes, they're still coming by to support people in the right way, and we'd love to push them towards the 1,700 subscribers they're thinking about right now as well. Doof Doof Paranormal, good to see you in the house. That's Karen from Australia. I'm just going to get your channel onto the wheel right now. You might wonder, why do I take those frequent breaks? It seems to be almost every half hour-ish, just because we're usually on for 3 hours now. What I used to find is that after 2.5 hours, my voice would start to let up. So I started taking these breaks. That allows us to extend the stream if we need to. But we'll try to keep them to a minimum. But I'm just keeping an eye on what I'm doing with my voice here. Like I said, it's been a long day. But I do appreciate everybody being here and, of course, your patience. Now, Fire and Air was originally called Fire and Air Tarot. They're bringing videos occasionally, so hopefully we'll see some more new ones soon. But this creator's got some shorts videos as well. These have gotten into the hundreds of views, which is great, so hopefully that will continue. And then live streams are something that they used to bring us frequently. Hopefully they'll continue those. They happen to be monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Pardon me, Wayne's World Unlimited is coming up right now, and this creator is from the UK, but they just dropped a super chat on us. They've done that countless times, and we'll see what they've got going on. And look at that luck. Bayou Sugar Garden, I just put you on the wheel, and we're going to look at your channel next, as a matter of fact. So Wayne's World Unlimited brings us a look around their area. They're usually outside. They often bring outtakes into their videos as well. We've got a few creators that do that, and I know people enjoy them greatly. Now, Wayne's World Unlimited is obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and you can see the variety in their channel where they're taking us around, giving us a look at their area, but they're also very supportive to other creators. I can't help but laugh at this thumbnail, the delicious paintwork. And I think Wayne's World Unlimited said they've got, it's in their shorts. When we look at their shorts, they've got a Xbox similar to the one that I just got as well. So hopefully we'll get on and play some of that. This creator is getting into the 5,000 views with a few of their shorts. I love Stormtroopers. I used to say that I believe that the Stormtrooper is like the single most recognizable icon in pop culture ever. But it's just an idea. And 7,400 views on one of these, a breakout shorts video with 235,000 views, which is great to see. Here's a hint too. I just did an Xbox unboxing on my personal channel, and I think that it's my fastest performing video of all time, getting 700 views since Saturday, so that's in 5 days. I don't think I've done that before. This is a brand new channel, Bayou Sugar Garden, and I see we've got another brand new channel in the chat. Are You Super Oatmeal? Good to have you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow this follow the instructions in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Are You Super Oatmeal is a fairly new channel, but hopefully we'll give them a warm welcome into the Tuber Chat family. One of the things that I always give as a bit of a hint for anybody that's been here many times before is that a lot of creators who've been with us a long period of time will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat right away, with good reason, because they want to give a little bit of time to see how you interact with everybody in the chat here first to make sure you will be a loyal and dedicated supporter before they will connect with you. So the best success in Tuber Chat is always found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators, supporting them first, knowing that they will turn around and do the same thing for you. It all starts with a conversation. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. Buy a Sugar Garden is also brand new. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. This is a special playlist we all have, and that will allow me after the stream to go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3, sometimes 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So Bayou Sugar Garden has 35 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 40 we know they must be thinking about. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up, and we'll see what Jay and Knight has got going on. This is another brand new channel in the chat today, but they already grabbed a membership, so thank you for that. I've put them on the wheel, but that means that every day that they're here for the next month, they'll be added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, like we do with all of our members. And I said to them as they came in, the name Jay and Night makes me think of that Kid Cudi song, Day and Night. Of course, I got it in the back of my head now. And they said that's actually how they named their channel, so it's interesting. Twins Brother, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then again, when we talk about the idea of brand new channels coming into Tuber Chat, my recommendation is to start a conversation, but head to the channel and have a look at their homepage, their about page, and things like that. Check the number of subscribers and things like that, because you can get an idea pretty quickly about somebody's intentions when they first come into Tuber Chat. The idea is that a lot of creators who've been with us a number of times will not go to a brand new channel right away. They're waiting for you to go to them first, so that's just an idea. Mitchie Boo, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another creator with 2 different channels, Mitchell and Doll as well. And Natalie Nicole's ASMR has been a longtime friend of Tuber Chat. She's putting out premieres, I think, just about every day. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Jay and Knight is our brand newest member today. They've got 118 subscribers. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3, sometimes 4 times a week, but we mix up the day and night. We fix up the dates and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Your thumbnail threw me off there. I said Day and Night again. I knew it, Jay and Night. But it's a catchy name, that's for sure. Mitchie Boo, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And I didn't realize that Wayne's World Unlimited actually took over our stream boss position a while back. And that's the video game life meter under my camera there. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock them out and take over gets a little bit of extra exposure for a little while. And then Patrick Stevens, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Michael's Adventures is in the house. They are a beloved moderator and member here. They've been been a dear friend for over 3 years and are one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube. Mitchell and Doll and Mitchy Boo, I'm going to put those channels up right after Natalie Nicole's ASMR. I had already spun the wheel, but Mitchell and Doll and Mitchy Boo just dropped a super chat, so we'll put super chatters on the screen right away in order, and then members, of course, like I said, get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. It is open to everybody. It'll be a little while longer before I start adding names to the wheel from our chat list, but I expect to get to a few more again soon. And then Natalie Nicole's ASMR has 346 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. They got a premiere running right now, so we know that there'll be fresh content on the channel as soon as we're finished with Tuber Chat in a little while longer. Wrestling Figs, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Wrestling Figs actually stands for Wrestling Figures. I just took a peek at your channel in the background. They're talking about wrestling action figures and things like that, which is cool, so I look forward to getting to know your channel. Natalie Nicole's ASMR, we know that ASMR is a huge category on YouTube, but this creator's been bringing us a lot of content frequently, getting into over 2,000 and almost 3,000 views on their shorts videos. Live streams are occasional, but videos are almost every day with premiere, so hopefully everybody will connect with Natalie Nicole's ASMR. 346 subscribers, we'd love to push them towards 400, but we know that this creator is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and has been for a very long time. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look for Woman Outdoors, it's just simply the same handle with no space. Of course, handles never have spaces. Woman Outdoors. This creator brings us outdoor content more than anything else, along with product reviews and things like that, from the Erie, Pennsylvania area. I'm just flinching because I think I saw this come up as a post. I feel like I recognize this thumbnail. I think I saw it probably as I just got onto YouTube tonight after work. So this is really cool. They've got a premiere coming up, and that's tomorrow. And hopefully everybody will connect with them so you can catch that. Sorry, that's Thursday. Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. That's Friday. Pardon me, that's Friday. We don't usually stream after midnight, but now that we are, I'm all confused, but that's okay. So Woman Outdoors has a premiere coming up. When you see it, you'll see it your local time, of course. We always set notifications for everything that we see. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. When we look at Woman Outdoors, we see somebody who is able to show us the sun, the wind, the rain, the extreme heat, the extreme cold, as they experience all 4 seasons in their outdoor content. They typically do camping, exploring, reviews, outdoor cooking, fishing, and a little bit more. When we look at their shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into 2,700 and even 3,800 views. And then when we get into their live streams, we see that this creator will bring live streams somewhat frequently. Hopefully we'll get some new ones soon. And Woman Outdoors is posting frequently as well. Lots of product reviews now and some shout out videos, which is always good to see. Lots of outdoor camping and outdoor cooking, and I've caught her a few times for some of these. One of the things I find compelling about the channel is the fact that they're bringing us to interesting places when they're doing a lot of solo camping, actually. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. I almost missed putting up Mitchy Boo. Pardon me. Tend the sheep where you are. I'm going to put your channel up next. I missed Mitchy Boo there and Mitchell and Doll. This creator actually has 2 channels. So here in Mitchell and Doll, they've got almost 2,700 subscribers. My goodness. They've got shorts front and center. So we'll look at these first. This creator is bringing pure variety on this channel, getting shorts into 2,800 and even 5,400 views, and then one breakout shorts over 22,000, which is great to see. Live streams are something that happens occasionally on the channel, and then when we get into videos, they post frequently. So I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to take your latest video, put it in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up. I'm just going to hit their other channel, which is Mitchy Boo. And the reason we're looking at this, they dropped a super chat on us just a few minutes ago. And I'm just going to take your latest video, juice that promotes heart health, which is a great idea. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list right now. They're monetized here. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And we see that they're over 5,100 subscribers, which is great to see. What a wonderful milestone, 5,000. Watch me cook, shop, live my life. So a little bit of variety on this channel to complement her second channel. And then when we get into shorts videos here, we see that these have gotten into 4,000 and even well over 5,000 views. Live streams over here might be something that they bring back. We've always got our notification bell on for every channel, so that's in the spirit, of course, of doing as much as we can for each other. And then thank you so much, Jay and Knight. They might be listening in the background then if they're finishing work for the night, if I understand that right. Doof Doof Paranormal is coming up right now. That's Karen from Australia, and this is a creator. I think I caught you for a live stream again the other day. Am I right? Yeah, there you go. Yes, just a few days ago. Now, we've always got notification bells on, but we also set these notifications for any premieres and live streams that we see. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and trying to catch each other as often as we can. They research haunted locations. They want to sort fact from fiction, as well as paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations. When we look at the shorts here, one of the things I found most compelling about this channel when I watched some of her content was the production value in the shorts videos, because it's very easy for us to just point a camera at like a duck crossing the street, but it's a different story when we're putting production value in. We've seen shorts that have blown up into tens of thousands of views and even beyond for very simple videos, but we also see that a lot of times videos that have some production value, which is recommended by a lot of the biggest YouTubers that talk about this stuff, then we see that those move pretty fast as well. So it's an idea. This creator does live streams frequently, actually. I've been lucky to catch them a couple of times now, and then they post frequently, as we can see also. So hopefully everybody will connect with Doof Doof Paranormal, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter that just came blazing into the Tuber Chat family with generosity as soon as they found us just a couple of months ago. 318 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 400 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to spin the wheel. We'll get to the next channel, which is Michael's Adventures. Now, he's just come in. He was working, and Michael's Adventures is a longtime beloved and dedicated moderator. He's a dear friend and one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time, and they're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you'll be invited to meet more friends and family members the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. Now, Michael's Adventures usually sets himself up a month or two in advance lately with videos. He's got over 3,000 videos on his channel, so I'm just setting some notifications here for things that I don't already have. You can see that I catch him frequently, but he posts every single day, mostly wildlife videos. You'll find a lot of raccoons here, foxes, deer, bird watching. He also takes us out occasionally for a look around his area, a walk around and a story to be told. Once in a while he'll go to a cemetery or a graveyard as well. And then this creator's also got some shorts videos where a little bit of lottery ticket scratching goes on, but we also see him playing slots games and has gotten into over 6,000 views with this. A little bit of variety comes in a lot of shorts. We've talked about that on other channels as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures. He's working on 1,200 subscribers, and we'll have it very soon, obviously. but we'd love to push him a little bit closer today if we can. Oh, tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. Pardon me, I spun the wheel earlier and then I skipped your chance to be on. I promise you, I make as many mistakes as anybody here in Superchat. And Michael's Adventures is talking about channels to run. What he means is swapping playlists. If anybody here in the chat would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I just put Patrick Stevens on the wheel. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet that would like to be, just please say anything at all in the chat and I'll get you on there right away. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by is actually a longtime friend with a brand new channel that they've reset and restarted with the purpose of inspiring us spiritually. So you'll find that in their videos as they get towards 100 subscribers. I'm just going to look at their shorts videos, a little bit of variety as well as some inspiration. And they've already gotten into 600, almost 700, and even over 800 views. Live streams are occasional, but I caught them the other day. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. I've actually been on their channel a while back. Me and Mr. Naz, who's responsible for naming the Wheel of Doom, we're on with Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By. I'm just going to take your latest coffee maker video, put this in my catch-up list. I'm taking this one because it's longer than the other. When we think about watch hours, every minute matters, of course. Let's spin the wheel. Pardon me, we'll get to another channel. I haven't been drinking nearly enough today. All that fluff and stuff, that's fluffy. I still need to weigh my shoes. We were talking the other day and I got all excited thinking I'd lost like 17 pounds since my peak this winter because I struggle with a bit of weight that I should not be struggling with. And we were talking about it. I think I'm actually way off. We'll call it 10 pounds, which is for sure maybe as much as 12 or 15, but maybe not 17. But when we were talking about it the other day, I said, unless the scale is lying, I said my shoes can't weigh more than a pound or two. And all that fluff and stuff said they might weigh 6 pounds. My dear goodness, I should know. I've shipped a lot of shoes, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. I got to weigh my shoes. I keep looking down here because I got a scale on the floor right beside me. Motivation to not step on the scale. And then all that fluff and stuff now is working on 3,800 subscribers. They've crossed 3,700. They've really started to grow rapidly, and I believe that's because they've expanded their content. Now, all that fluff and stuff was always known in Australia by us for bringing us on the water. Mud crabbing, reef fishing, snorkeling, sometimes out on a boat, either fishing or live streaming. And then this creator really expanded their content, and they got into a lot of cooking videos, particularly in live streams. And you see a few of these. Some of these are really short, but some of them not so much, as you can see, which is really cool. They also got into a lot of produced content lately, really mixing things up, which is great to see also. And then when we get into shorts videos, we see that this creator's really got a few banging shorts into 8,500, 14,000, even 16,000 views. They gave us a hint a long time ago about using shorts videos to promote long-form content. Even I took a page out of their book, as a matter of fact, and it pretty much served me fairly well as well. So it's just an idea. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. One more time, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then this is interesting because we learned something today. I was talking about Big Dude and the fact that he had Coco Mojo 13 come into into Tuber Chat. So already sending us a friend. I really do appreciate that, of course. Coco Mojo 13 right away blazing with generosity and participation in the Tuber Chat family. But there they are together. We found out tonight Coco Mojo 13 is actually Big Dude's cousin. And I made a joke because I say to everybody, you'd have to see me off of Tuber Chat to know, but I often say to everybody, everybody's everybody's cousin. So whenever somebody's coming around a corner, I'm like, look, your cousin's coming over here. And it's really cool to see that these creators actually are cousins, but also great friends, as we hear from a lot of people who are in real life family, like cousins and things like that. So Coco Mojo 13, 79 subscribers. We'd love to push them up and over the 80. They're thinking about a little bit closer towards that 100. We know that the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Coco Mojo 13, more than anything else, is also going to inspire us and motivate us in a spiritual way. We'll look at the shorts and we see that some of these have gotten into the well over 100 views, one of them over 500, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent, lots of Bible study here, lots of spiritual motivation like I was talking about. I'm still getting to know Coco Mojo 13. Hopefully I'll catch them for one of these live streams. I'm not sure if I caught this or if I was running it, but I know I caught Big Dude the other day as well, so hopefully between the two of you I'll catch you both. But let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen, and we'll see what's happening with Patrick Stevens, which should be a brand new channel for Tuber Chat right now. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend here. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on the way out. And we'll be back on, we're expecting to be back on Saturday and Sunday. There's Patrick Stevens right there. This is a brand new channel for Tuber Chat, so I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take this 11-minute video, I'm going to put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3, sometimes 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent, and thank you, Michael's Adventures. Yes, actually I was lucky because I usually don't run the streams quite so late. I was very late getting in and very late starting today, and but we're lucky because Michael's Adventures otherwise usually isn't able to join us. Just due to a work schedule, he always makes sure I get to say hello to everybody on his behalf. Thank you again, the Stock Explorer, for hanging out. Scratch and PPA's on vacation. He'll be back shortly, but he's in Italy right now, so I hope you'll connect with Scratch and PPA, see what he's got going on his channel, and we'll see everybody again very soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.